Happy Monday, everybody. I tell you what, the weekend's over with. The work week has began. The crappy bowl is over. No more sports ball for a little bit. Oh, and it's good to see that. Oh, I'm glad it's over. How annoying. Anyway, today we are looking at the Arrow Steelbook, like limited edition Tremors. That's right. That's right. Tremors is what we're looking at. Everybody's seen Tremors. It's a cult classic. But man, we gotta talk about this Steelbook. So don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. This is gonna be way more entertaining than the Super Bowl. So we'll be right back.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
And Google's not my friend. I am a horrible Googler. I am not the Google champ when I'm looking for a pertaining piece of information. So if you can Google, if you're good at Googling, like Nerdy Wife is a Googler. Like if you ask her a question, she can find the answer. But I just want to throw my phone out in the yard when I try to Google something, because it's the same with the smart speaker. When I talk to it's completely stupid. It's dumb. But she can just say one thing and it's like, yes, madam. Anyway. Woo, buddy. Happy Monday. The work week, it's began. Once again, the cycle continues. I hope you had a great weekend. It's been one of those weekends. But anyway, like and subscribe, everybody, if you haven't already. A huge percentage of people watching this video right now are not subscribed. Please fix that. You don't want to miss any of our delightful content. To new subscribers, hello. To old subscribers, thanks for coming back. We enjoy and appreciate each and every one of you. And that just makes our heart 10 times bigger. Especially when you subscribe. It lets us know that we're doing a good job here. In the description down below are links to things we use every day. Coffee, shirts, all sorts of stuff. Also has a link to our website, our merch page, etc. So you want to check that out. There's even some codes to save you some of your hard-earned cash on coffee, etc. If that's what you want. Save some money, y'all. It's going to be fantastic. Alright, anyway, that's over with. Let's get into this. Look, I think everybody on the planet, for the most part, has heard of and seen the movie Tremors. Tremors is a, comedy slash action movie. Or horror, I guess. Comedy slash action slash horror, something. Like, I hate horror movies, right? I love comedy horror for the most part. And Tremors is one of those, but we're not just looking at, well, I'll get into the Steelbook in a minute. Let's look at the deets. Let's look at the deets. Tremors 1990, PG-13, hour and 36 minutes. Directed by Ron Underwood. Written by S.S. Wilson, Brent Maddock, Ron Underwood. Starring Kevin Bacon, the great late Fred Ward, Finn Carter, and quite a few other big stars for the time period. Natives of a small, isolated town defend themselves against strange underground creatures which are killing them one by one. The picture, the trailer, the poster there pretty much explains it. Big snake-like or worm-like monsters under the ground coming up and killing people. And this small group of the population of this town's like 14. So I have to say, now when this movie came out at the theater, it bombed. It bombed big time. It was a super low budget movie. I think they had $200,000 to start with. Who knows? Something like that. A very small budget, and they put the work in, and it looks fantastic. But it has never looked as good as it does on 4K. And I don't usually say that. Alright? Like, as an older movie, like, if you watch the old DVD of this, it's fun. It's a fun watch. It's fine. But it's never been this clear and beautiful. Considering this was a first-time director as well. Alright, it had some name actors in it for the time period, and they helped so that the new director didn't have a struggle. Alright, they knew the job. They went and did the job, and they did it well. I know this was right after Footloose, shortly after Footloose, and Kevin Bacon had had a couple of bombs come out after Footloose, and his career was taking a nosedive, and he was like, yeah, I'll do this movie. And I'm so glad he did, because I don't necessarily, like, his old stuff is great, but his new stuff I don't really care about. But he did a great job in this movie. The buddy partnership between him and Fred Ward, you know, the older guy, you know, and the younger guy, and they're both just doing enough to get along. Underachievers. In the script, the description of Kevin Bacon's 25-year-old character was he had been an underachiever perfectly. So, and Fred Ward plays the older underachiever. All right, somebody who had spent their whole life doing odd jobs and just never really hitting where they could, like getting above that. Oh, my brain won't let me remember the word I was going to use there. My apologies. Either way, the two of them as the heroes in this. It also has Reba McEntire in it, in her first acting gig. Look, it's just really well done. Everything about this movie works, and it makes an enjoyable movie. Now, there's some blood and some gore, not a whole lot, but the biggest issue of why this is PG-13 is the language. With the first-time director, Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon had decided they wanted to play it properly as two country boys that, you know, talked like regular America. And so they used a lot of foul language. And then when they edited it all together, the MPAA was like, whoa, the language is kind of rough. We're going to have to, you know, they tried to give it an R. They had to edit some things around to change the language a little bit. So language is paramount in this. There is a lot of language. Nothing horrific, but there's an F-bomb, you know, and then just normal everyday shenanigan language. Alright, we're going to look at the Steelbook here. First things first, it comes with this little booklet. And if you've not seen this movie, what are you doing? You need to watch this movie. It's fantastic. Alright, a nice booklet with pictures, paragraphs, you know, talking about the movie and the people, the making of, etc. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it's a nice little booklet. I will say, I bought this from Hamilton Books. If you're not aware of HamiltonBooks.com, they have a lot of used stuff, you know, usually at really good deals. And I thought I was buying a used copy of this, because brand new, this is like $60. And I thought I was buying used, and I got it for $24. So obviously, I was like, oh, it's probably used. You know, I just assumed. That's what. This was brand new, in the shrink wrap still, with the J card on it. Like, it was not a dent, not a scratch. Fantastic. Great deal. Because I've been needing to add this to my collection for a long time. I've loved this movie for a long time, but all I ever had was the DVD. So, But anyway, alright. I'm going to move the microphone a little bit so I can show this to you. There's the front cover. And the back, City of Perfection, population 14. There's the spine. This movie was originally made by Universal. 2 discs, the Blu-ray and the 4K. And behind, the artwork behind is a picture of Rhonda, or Finn is the actress that played her, but Rhonda hung up in some barbed wire and one of the Tremors trying to eat her. I gotta tell you, I was super impressed. I'm not usually easily impressed by steelbooks for the most part, but some of them look really nice, and I really like the way this looks. And it was nice to watch the movie in 4K and it be so, you could tell it was still, film. It still looked like film, but everything was crystal clear and bright. And the special features, they have quite a few new special features, including on the 4K. Like if a lot of times when you buy the 4K, the movie's on the 4K, and then the Blu-ray is where they put all the special features, so they can use all the space on the 4K disc to put the movie, so that there's not a lot of compression. So it makes it better quality. But on this, the special features are also on the 4K, and I liked that. So, but there's 2 different commentaries. There's just quite a bit of stuff, especially like the making of, like how they did the monsters, etc., how they did the music. It's just a great amount of supplementals, and well worth the price. Even at $60, if you can find this, and you like this movie, the Steelbook, or they've got the non-Steelbook version, which is a bit cheaper. I would say this is the best version of this movie. For me. For me. And Arrow does a good job for the most part. Generally speaking, you can be for sure that Arrow, if you buy a product from them, it's going to be high end. And this is great. I'm extremely happy I bought it. I don't regret that purchase. And I give it 4.5 squeaky chairs out of 5. Now, I'm a huge Fred Ward fan. But ever since he was Remo Williams, alright? But overall, all the characters and the world building, it's all well done. It's shot well, especially coming from a first-time director. There's not much bad you can say about this movie. It even has a special feature where they show you a clip, the original clip, in certain spots where they use bad language, and then they show you the edited for TV version and what it was dubbed over as, and just silly things like that. But that's funny. It's funny to see what they were doing when they, like, the TV station was like, oh no. It's kind of funny to see their choice of what words they edit and what they don't. All right. Anyway, that's our Monday review. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I hope you're set up for a great week. We appreciate each and every one of you being here. For Michael the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd. We'll see you on Hump Day.